about our Father's business.
Grind mode,
Filled with His Holy Spirit.
that's a cheat code.
Holiness the standard.
We never fold.
We about to make a scene.
Episode.
About our Father's business.
Yes, sir. What's up, bro?
Hey, what's going on, man? How you feeling?
We back. Episode
Yes,
2.
sir.
We had another one where we're gonna bust out and say, man, the devil. But we
Hey, we
made
gonna
him
get it
look
right.
goofy because we on time though.
Yeah,
And what
yeah,
up to
no
all
doubt,
our
no doubt.
YouTube watchers, man? We on YouTube and Facebook Live right now. All our
Yes, sir,
friends,
yes,
man, we
sir.
need y'all to share this link right quick. We want to get everybody on this joint. Give it a couple of seconds. Bro, how your day been, man?
It's been a long day, brother. Very
to me.
long day. Yes,
Oh, yeah?
sir. Yeah,
Yeah.
man. Just a long day from you know what, man? I was under the impression that when you tell a work, it's gravy. That ain't the case. That is not my testimony, brother.
It's
I seem
more,
to be
right?
more right. I seem to be more busy at home than I did, you know what I'm saying, when I was working at the airport on a daily basis. So
Yeah.
yeah, man. Yeah.
Well, my day was a day. You know, this is the day the orders come, and the orders supposed to come like at 10. Of course, they don't show up till 3 o'clock St. Louis time. And then it's
Right,
time
right.
for us to start trying to get ready for the show. Of course, I don't
Right,
get home
right.
till almost 5 and blah, 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 blah. But nobody cares about that.
No, sir. No, sir. We still
It's
here, though.
crazy.
We still here. We still here.
We still here, man. So once again, man, we want to shout out everybody for watching.
Yeah.
Not the same
yeah,
podcast.
definitely.
We made it to episode 2. We're gonna have some fun. So look, this first thing we're gonna do something out of left field. I even got a picture for it, Rob. Check this out. Bing. Yeah. So we're gonna start
Boy.
this joint off right. The top 5 dumbest things you seen or done during quarantine. Now I'm gonna be honest. I probably got about 2 or 3. But I'm gonna let my brother go ahead because I'm gonna be a gentleman while I get mine together. Y'all don't know that, but yeah.
All right. Well, the top, I only got one for real, man. And that's
Come on, brother.
riding down. Come on, man. Riding down Lindbergh for the local ones. You know, Lindbergh is crowded as ever. But anyway, pull up to the light, look next to me, and my man's got all his windows up. He got a mask on.
Yeah.
And next thing you know, I see he grabbed his Lysol and just started spraying.
Hold up, bro.
So while my man is spraying, and I'm over here looking at him, at this
Yeah.
point, his eyes starting to water up. You know what I'm saying? It's just a cloud of dust like Pigpen from freaking Charlie Brown. And he's sitting there, and I'm like, bro, you are not keeping yourself safe. You actually trying to kill yourself and kill us in the process because you can't breathe. Let the window down, man. Let the window down so you can breathe. So by far the number
Why,
one
Jesus?
stupidest thing. I mean, yeah, in the car by itself with a mask, spraying just a cloud of dust of Lysol. My man's eyes was watering. I was over in my car dying laughing. But yeah, that's one of the stupidest things I've seen.
So the goofiest thing I'm gonna see now for our people. Oh yeah, also we on Spotify right now.
Yes, sir.
The joint is live, man. God has been moving. I want to make that shameless plug on accident, but not on accident, for real, for real. If you're looking at me right now, my eyes are red. I have not been chiefing. I just got out the shower. So I've never smoked anything in my whole life. But because I can see myself in this screen, I'm looking at, man, my eyes is mighty red. I'm looking like Michael Jordan in the dock right quick. And I ain't been sipping nothing either. Number
That's
one
funny,
for
bro.
C. Micah, the top 5 dumbest things. This is what I've done. So I got this, if you can see the camera, got this black ring on, right? This is not my original wedding ring. So during the quarantine, I'm like, man, I'm chilling. I'm gonna come to the house. I'm the type of guy to always keep my ring on. Even when we hoop, I got my ring on. Never take the ring off. I take showers in the ring. I hoop in the ring. I do everything. I work in my ring. I do not take my ring off for nothing. So quarantine, I said, I'm gonna chill, man. Let me take this ring off because I had there's a little bump on the edge of the ring. I said, man, I'm tired of scratching this joint. So I'm just gonna take it off. No. No, it wasn't smart, brother. So with all my seasoning and age, and quarantine home cooking, that bad boy wouldn't go back on. I mean,
That's
like,
funny.
if you can see the camera, I couldn't get past the knuckle, bro. And I got it on one time, and then my like the extra sides, them jumps was like super puffy, hanging over the ring, and I'm just like, bro, it's only been like 3 weeks. Why in the world I ain't gained this much weight? I'm not sure. I don't think I gained that much weight, but my finger was just like, ooh, I ain't got no ring on it. It just said,
Yeah.
It just got stressed out.
You
So-
gain weight, Cat. You gain some weight.
Hey, man. Hey, let me dream. Let me be happy, brother. So my brother-in-law, shout out to Brian Carter, he hipped me to these rubber band rings. So I got this joint. It looked like it's dime. I mean, it's like Onyx or whatever. Nah, man, it's pure D rubber. And that bad boy is stretch. Look at that. It's right. But you know what? My finger ain't hurting. I can slide it right off. Boom. And that bad boy go right back on.
What you say? Me
Number
no.
one. Huh?
Me no.
Meat and all, brother. So I'm Gucci. I'm good, man. That was my number one thing. Number two for you, brother.
So we ain't been able to do nothing. I went
Yeah.
over to my cousin's house, and they outside playing ball.
Okay.
And my season tail decided I'm gonna get out here with the youngest. I ain't shot the ball.
I think I know the end of this story.
Yeah, I ain't shot the ball at all, man. And shot a couple of times. I mean, I didn't even hit the bottom of the net, and they started talking noise.
Uh-oh.
Oh yeah, it's real hoopers over here.
Uh-oh.
So my pride getting away.
Yep.
Me and Dominic, my 15-year-old, for those who don't know which son I'm talking about with all the kids, you know what that is about. Me and Dominic over there.
Don't tell everybody.
Hey man, I'm proud of that one, man.
Okay.
But me and Dominic over there, I say, all right, I'm talking noise. Now we can go to 15. I'm gonna give y'all 5 and y'all get the ball first. So we good. I go up for a rebound and the little youngin get up under me and I come down flat on my ankle, bro. Like that mug popped and went back. So I'm rolling on the ground, I'm hurting. I'm like, look, I'm done. These little cats start laughing, talk about give me my money. So pride kicked in. Long story short, we won the game, but my ankle blew up like a freaking balloon, man. And I had to go get an MRI and all that stuff. So I'm walking around on one good foot. But that's another stupid thing I did because I should have kept my tail in the house.
Because unfortunately,
it wasn't no social distancing going on.
my brother literally got his ankle broke.
Hold on, brother. They know. Hey, hold on. Let's get this established, man. You see that ESC behind me? Let's get this established right now. My ankle did not get broken playing basketball, man. Well, not by getting crossed up, but by playing basketball.
It was just, it was just.
Hey, man, on to the next subject, man. We don't want to talk about it. My ankle's starting to hurt thinking about it.
My number two, dumbest thing that I've seen through. You right, he won though. That's what Ruben said. You won though.
Right. Hey, let me get that victory. Shout out to shoes. I'm doing my shoes dance.
Yeah. So my number two, dumbest thing that I've seen through quarantine. So they suggest you wear the mask, right? So the mask is supposed to, if you sick, it's just gonna stay with you. You ain't gonna spread it to somebody else. You protect other people. You want to be smart and wear the mask, right? My question is this: so if you driving in the car by yourself, who is you protecting? Why you got a mask on while you driving?
Can't see.
You can't, right? you like this the whole time.
Talking about they out here tripping.
And you already know that joint be itchy because as soon as you put that mask on, that one nose hair just get to you feel every hair. You got new hairs on your lips and your chin, and you be like, bruh. So I don't understand why in the world you got a mask on. Why you sitting there in the car? Somebody explain it to me. Somebody help me out.
Mazzella said she was wondering the same thing. Hey man, look,
I'm with you,
at
sis.
Sam's.
I'm with you.
Hey, I'm at Sam's and I seen a lady, older lady. She had on glasses, a scarf, and a mask. And sure enough, she ran right into the side of somebody's car.
Hold up, bro. But did you see this thing on social media? This ain't one of the top ones, but oh boy, I guess he was sending his kid to school, had him like full saran wrap, and then sprayed Lysol on him. Like literally on your child, you just sprayed Lysol all around. Number one, you know how hard it is to get some Lysol right now, bro. Like you gonna have to fight to get some Lysol right now.
You ain't lying. I got the plug though.
Look, that's my brother. Thank you. But we ran out of that plug already, so we had to re-up. We had a secret stash down south. All right, is there a number 3 for Mr. Redeem?
Well, this is one I heard. You know, talking to the folks at the airport, you know what I'm saying, letting me know that a family of 10, Nikki was telling me a family of 10 like had on 4 hazmat suits to go fly, bro.
Hold on, what?
So
what?
They had on a 4 hazmat suit to get on the plane. You know what I mean?
Stop it.
Yeah, the sweat alone, I don't know how they did that one, but yeah, 10 passengers flew out with 4 hazmat suits. I'm not getting on the plane just on GP because if I see you with hazmat,
yeah, man, like I'm scared of you. What you got?
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
I'm a real bruh.
Yeah.
You know how it is. When people start running, we don't ask questions until
we out
enough away. So
we don't hear. Listen, bro. We don't hear the gunshots. We see the running, then we out. Forget the gunshots. I don't want to wait to hear the shot.
Nope. I saw the running. What we running for? I'll find out when we get to where we at.
Yeah.
Then we can establish what we gonna do to fix this thing. Right.
Exactly.
So yeah, the hazmat suits was a big much to me, man.
I think that's all I got on the. Now, you work at the airport. And I go to the airport and work through the airport. Now, when it ain't quarantine, you already see some goofy stuff.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? We don't have to have an epidemic for stuff to be goofy or a pandemic for stuff to be goofy at the airport. But bruh, I just seen some crazy stuff. I seen some crazy stuff at the airport. While on this.
Hey, you got to tell me because you know I've been working. I've been working from.
I know you've been working from home. Look, I'm gonna be like the extra hood dude. I ain't no snitch. Nah. I ain't trying to snitch through the boss.
You don't want Snoop on your breast. Snoop will be on your line in a minute.
Yeah, I'm just gonna say I've seen some crazy stuff. We're gonna leave it at that. Look, bro, I want to talk about this one thing. This is not even on our little outline. You know, we try to be all sophisticated. But did you hear about this stuff that my man Lil Boosie did?
Nah, I'm all the way out of it.
Okay, this is a straight this Negro moment. And you can fill it in the other part however you want to fill it in, but this is a straight up this Negro moment. Let me say, look, this brother, Lil Boosie, right? He already went in on Dwayne Wade when he was, you know, doing what he did for his son. You know, that's D-Wade business, bro. Do what you do, okay? But this is the other side. This is like 2,000% on the other side. Let's see. Miss House say, yeah, she seen it. All right. So this Negro gonna get a grown woman to fellatio his 10-year-old, 12-year-old nephew, and 14-year-old, I believe, nephew, and was proud of it. The audacity of this Negro. Bruh, like, number one, that's like child molesting. You know, like just institute a child molestation. And it's like, he's like, look, man, I don't want my young man to be no, you know, alternative brother. Look, man, number one, that's the young man's choice. But number two, you gonna mess him up more so, hipping him to stuff he ain't supposed to be. He gonna have like a little Boosie part. He gonna be granddaddy Boosie real quick. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man. Yeah.
You know, like Sis say, he said he getting them prepared. Like, this Negro was totally retarded. Like, why? Why would you do something so crazy?
Yeah, that's Yeah, I'm gonna leave that one alone, man, because that kind of hit home. Because that's, I mean, I'm serious. That's all
Yeah.
my issues, and you know what I mean, having a kid at 16, because the same type thing happened with me, and yeah, I don't. That one kind of that one rubs me the wrong way, because
What's up,
I know
NKJ?
how.
I love you, little bro. Go ahead, man. My bad.
No, you straight. Yeah, the same type thing happened to me, just a little different, and it just set me on a course that was destructive, man. Like I said, first kid at 16, that type of stuff
Yeah.
don't get you prepared. That's the type of stuff get you jacked up in the mindset, man, for real.
But that's how you end up with a bunch of children. You know what I mean? But beyond that, man, like why would you want to do that to your child, man? Like to make them grow up that quick. You know what I mean? Like I don't understand it. I don't see the logic of that, man. And Jesus, that's sad. So
Yeah, beyond, man. Beyond.
if you have anybody in our listening audience, whether on video or on the podcast, if you have an idea of doing that, I got a word from God from you. It's one word. Don't.
right.
Don't do that, bro. Just don't do that. Know what I mean?
Right.
All right, man. So we going to let me see here. We're gonna go into this first transition. We're gonna play this song. This was handpicked by my brother Rob Redeem. I'm gonna let you introduce the young lady.
Young lady by the name of Erica Mason, you know, on Drip on the Devil. Just a little something, nice little vibe. One of my workout songs I listen to when I'm working out, and it put me there, keep me in my zone. So go ahead and play that, Erica Mason, Drip on the Devil.
And that bass be knocking. I'm just gonna pre-warn you, brother. Bang bang.
About our fathers.
Oh, wrong one. Sorry. Yeah. So that was a little drippy.
Ooh.
Had the drip. Yeah. So let's talk about The Last Dance. I don't know how many people that's in our crowd that watched it, man. This is a great documentary about the GOAT by many people's recollection.
Yeah.
Is Mr. Michael Jeffrey Jordan. And last week we saw episodes 7 and 8, I believe.
Yeah, 7 and 8 came out. Yeah.
So, bro, what you think about it?
So I'm gonna let you know, I was not that impressed with episode 7 and 8. I mean, I wasn't. I mean, the stuff that stuck out from it is I didn't realize he won that championship on Father's Day. So that explains, like, I remember seeing him crying live.
Yeah. Like
when they were celebrating how he was crying and everything. I didn't realize it was Father's Day, or I just forgot, because we talking about, you know, that first one when he came back. And you know, that's like a storybook ending. And the other thing that stuck out to me when he was filming Space Jam, they built this man a whole stadium, a whole gym, both weights and basketball, and some of the best players came through so he can get his
that was crazy, bro.
Yeah. So his focus and determination to be number one, hey man, that's great, man. That's greatness for real right there.
One of the things that was crazy to me was the way he treated, was it Scott Burrell? I think that's the dude's name. Yeah, he treated
Scott Burrell and Steve Kerr.
So he starts a fight with Steve Kerr. And they showing the parts where Steve Kerr's like, yeah, you know, at least I felt good. I stood up to him. And Mike was like, yeah, I knocked him out. Basically, I punched him in the eye, and I felt bad because I swung on the littlest dude on the team. Steve Kerr's yeah, you know, I got my pride. You know, I got my pride because, you know, I stood up to the bully. What's up, Letitia?
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
What's going on, Miss Mac?
So since I stood up to the bully, I feel good about myself. But that joint is like, this dude was such a I ain't gonna say tyrant, but slick tyrant. You know what I'm saying? Like he's running everything. Everything that go to him. He's calling this man a garden tool. I would not tell you what that means, but you know, he's just being so disrespectful to the dude. And dude just had like this happy attitude and demeanor about him. Like, man, you know, it makes me better and all that, man. I'm gonna be honest, man. Michael had to get them hands. If he knocked me out, he knocked me out. But bro, you ain't gonna be just calling me out of my name in front of everybody, you know, in front of the whole team. You know, like that is like so whack.
Hey, but if you look at it, Steve Kerr, he may have been the smallest, but he was one of the only ones that stood up, because the rest of them pretty much laid down, man. They took it from him. So, you got to remember, Steve Kerr swung off on him first. He, you
Yeah.
know, it probably was a little pity pat to the chest, but I mean, he took that.
Get off me, man.
That old
Yeah.
stop, but
Yeah. But I will say this though, you know, yeah, I guess respect for him standing up, man. But he won the most, so I'm gonna give him that. You know what I'm saying? And that was his way. You know, I know that's definitely not the LeBron way. LeBron got a lot of killer in him now, but I don't think he's like just well, I think he probably cussed out J.R. Smith, bro. Because J.R. Smith probably deserved it in that championship. But I don't think that was just like, you know, LeBron attitude on a regular. But like, I mean, MJ made a habit of basically just belittling his team to toughen them up so they'll feel like, yo, you know, we ready for the playoffs, you ready for the big game. And I guess that was the way he brought up. But man, like, dude was just savage, man. Like,
he was
so savage, man.
Hey, you know what it reminds me of, and I know we talked about The Last Dance, but just bringing it back to Kobe. Remember when the Lakers won that game and they were celebrating, but Kobe was out with that Achilles injury.
And he was mad as that.
He was super mad. Yeah, he was super mad because he knew, you know, this is the foolery that y'all doing. And that's one thing that Mike did say on that episode was they came in this mug happy off championships we won that they wasn't even a part of.
Right, they weren't even a part of it. Yeah.
Like, no, let me get y'all ready. That ain't how I get down. So,
right.
You know, I heard Shannon Sharp say greatness, man, like when you achieving greatness, you zone out. You know what I mean? And you expect the best from your team. You mentioned LeBron. A couple of times I felt like LeBron quit on his team.
Yeah.
As opposed to getting into their stuff and elevating them. I mean, he carried them, don't get me wrong.
Right.
But I'm talking about to elevate them the way Jordan did.
Well,
because,
especially young LeBron before the first time on Cleveland. You know, I don't think he knew no better. He needed and I think this was a sign of him going to Miami. He really needed an OG to hold him in check. So he respected D Wade, but D Wade was also gonna hold him in check. Like, bro, you know, you playing Charm and Soft. You know what I'm saying? And although D Wade say, look, I'm a step back so you can be the GOAT, recognize this is still Wade County. Don't get it twisted.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
And he also
had house.
They also had UD on that team. Udonis Haslam, which is
he a straight goon.
Hey, Patrick Beverly, like we was talking about last week. Okay, this is like he the 6'7", 6'8" Patrick Beverly. Hold on.
Right.
Letitia Mack, I don't do sports. I have not watched sports since the Detroit Pistons call.
Hey, they was mentioned. Hey, you know what?
Hey, they were real good though, Miss Mack.
Yeah, they was mentioned in the documentary too. So shout out to the bad boys.
Hey, Zeke. Hey, we said it last week. I said it again. Zeke was a beast, man.
He was.
Zeke was a beast.
Speaking of last week, man, I had a couple of people still hitting the inbox and the comment line after the show on people who they felt like could have played.
Okay.
Now I said Steph Curry could have played back then, but my little bro 3D, man, he said nah, because he's too small. Dale was bigger, so he felt like Steph was too. They would have put Steph on his behind. But then I looked.
Steph legit 6'3", and Isaiah what 6'1"?
Yeah, but Steph again.
He got.
He different. My dude, you know what I'm saying? He my brother in the faith, but I ain't never seen him. He ain't Rod Strickland. He ain't Isaiah. Isaiah swing them thing, them hands. Rod Strickland swing them hands.
Right.
Even Muggsy Bogues. You didn't play with them little dudes.
That's true.
So yeah, it was a couple of people they say could still play back then. Rondo was mentioned.
Definitely Rondo. Definitely.
Yeah, and I didn't think about Rondo. They said Reggie Miller could play now. Still, you know what I'm saying?
Because he had that J.
Of course. And he was still a killer. He still had killer in him.
I mean, Reggie Miller, a good example of Reggie Miller is probably Klay Thompson. They're very similar. Because Reggie couldn't really dribble that great, but he'll shoot you out the game.
Yeah.
In a winning fashion. You know what I'm saying? I'm saying? So, but Reggie, he a little bit more goon than Reggie. Cause Reggie, he went in, look at you and throw the choke sign. Like what?
Yeah, it was just a different era, man. Like everybody, it was just different. I think nowadays the camaraderie. Penny Hardaway, he definitely could have played.
Respect to the OG. Yes.
Yeah, no doubt. Yeah,
Penny. Go ahead, brother. My bad.
Yeah, Penny. Now, go ahead. I mean, I'm gonna let you speak on Penny because he went to your school, and
Oh yeah, he from my city. He went to school. He's a coach of my city school. MKJ know what I'm talking about. Memphis Tigers. And although we get in a lot of trouble, we have some good team. But yeah, Penny was very good, man. Like, here's a fun fact. Jordan only wore one person's shoes other than his in the game. Only one. His whole career. Penny Hardaway.
Them joints
Only
was
one.
beasts.
Only
Them
one.
joints was beasts.
Yeah. So,
I couldn't afford them, but they was beasts.
yeah. So, I mean, that's crazy. So the respect he had for him, man. But yeah, The Last Dance was great, man. So what I've been hearing lately is they're talking about the NBA coming back, maybe like in July, something like that. And
yeah.
I am so hopeful that it comes back, because brother, as a man, you and me, very similar. It is very hard not having sports, as well as your kids. I know they sports people too. And this is very tough. And but I remember we talked about something when you were saying you were watching them old games. I want you to tell the people. This probably could have went into one of them dumbest things we talked about. Hold on a second. Yeah. I ain't got an extra one. Pop this back up. One of the top 5 dumbest things you seen or done during quarantine. I'm gonna put this on my brother from another mother, like my brother Larry Rogers used to always say, Robert Dean.
Hey, so look, man, I'm a big sports head, you know, and I'm finding myself looking at replays like I don't know who's gonna win the game. I'm yelling at the screen. I'm yelling at my sons like, yo, sit down. I'm trying to watch the game. I'm watching boxing matches where I know who won. I'm watching NBA drafts like I didn't know LeBron was about to get picked first. Like, come on, man. It's and I'm into it. So that just shows you how much of the sports head I'm in, man. I watched New England when they lost the Super Bowl, when they went undefeated.
Yeah,
I'm shocked they lost. Now, come on, man. Like,
mad at the refs.
Yeah, like that's a bad call. Even 10 years later, it's still a bad call. So yeah.
This guy. Speaking of the NFL, man. So maybe about a month ago, maybe they had the NFL draft. It was the first. Hold on, somebody. Tyree Dabney says, I thought I was the only one. You are not by yourself, Mr. Dabney. You are not by yourself. Hey brother, there's hope for you, Mr. Yeah, the virtual dap. You get the virtual dap, fam.
I'm gonna have to give you some on that one, bro.
So like with me watching the old games, like for a while they was playing the old NBA games. I can't watch them without knowing. I already know what happened, so it aggravates me in that way. You know what I'm saying? So now the game is like background noise. You know what I mean? So it's like if I'm working on something over here, the TV just to get the game on, because I rather had the game playing than just nothing. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
If it's a cold dunk or something, I'd be like, oh, then come back. But hold on, I wouldn't start scouting again. He might have you beef.
yeah. I think you got it.
But check this out. So like a month ago, they had the NFL draft. So it's the first virtual NFL draft, kind of like what we got going right now, but probably 25 times better. I actually thought it was very dope when I saw it.
Yeah,
it really went well without a lot of glitches or hiccups, man. I thought that was really, really cool. Matter of fact, I really think so. Whenever they try to come back, I already know there ain't gonna be no fans. We can just wrap it up, right? So the NFL comes back in when it starts, early September, right?
Yep.
What I think they should do is on each sides of the field. You remember when they was having the draft? Somebody say, "Hold up, bro." This person must know you, brother. This is something Mr. Robert Dean has said many times.
That is a patented.
Act like you didn't see that, Rio. If you don't hear, just act like you ain't see that, brother. Lord have mercy.
Yeah, but, that's definitely somebody from the family.
But check this out. So my idea for the NFL, and you can pay me NFL, if you see this If you happen to see this on YouTube or Facebook
Oh,
Live,
they taking it. They
give
taking it.
me the check. Look, bro, you ain't got to break me up. Give me a couple of G's. That's all I need. You know, a couple. Give me about 2 months worth of stimulus package. We good. We can iron it out. I don't need no royalties or nothing. Straight cash on me. Straight like Randy Moss. But check this out. So my idea is this. So you saw when they had the draft, they had the parts where the commissioner was standing in front of TV and they had all these blocks of fans and they cropped right there. Okay, put screens around the arena, like they do this in NBA too, but around the football field, big screens, like probably 2 of them on both sides, and people can go live and get into the game as a fan. That's a golden ticket. Now they can figure out the platform, they can figure out how to make it all work with their Wi-Fi, whatever. But the NFL, they got plenty of money, and the NBA got billions and billions of dollars. Really, all of them can do that. Because then you got the fan experience. Pipe in the sound. The person can look to the right, see on the screen some dude going crazy, insane. Look to the left, you see somebody else going crazy. And then you pipe in the sound. It's not so bad. You know what I mean?
Right.
And
yeah, that might work.
Couple of stimulus packets, and I'm good. That's all I need. A couple of stimulus packets.
Hey, I got somebody on the watch party saying they're talking about bringing baseball back in July. I was going to speak on that, but baseball. No offense to baseball players. I like baseball.
Watch yourself now. We got a mutual friend that's a huge baseball fan, and I love the brother. So
listen,
we know who it is.
I love baseball during the playoffs.
No offense, Daryl. No offense, Daryl.
162 games is a bit much, brother.
It's gonna be 82. I heard it's gonna be 82.
Okay, so they're going to take it down to the NBA style.
Yep.
So this is what I'm going to say. Them not having fans in the stands is nothing new for some of these baseball franchises. So they can go ahead and go out there and play.
Unlike
and play ball.
St. Louis averaged a strong 48,000.
Oh, yeah.
Literal 48,000, which is wow. That's
but
crazy.
I watch Sports Center, and some of those folks be having people just. It kind of looked like Major League, the movie. If y'all remember that joint when they first started off.
Well, this is a side. This is not on our list, but as for baseball, man, like I like the playoffs, and you have to. Daryl, that would be me. Hold on.
What do you say?
Yeah. Talking about the our mutual baseball fan. Yes, he loves the Cardinals. Actually, I do love the Cardinals. I actually do love the Cardinals. And actually, before I even moved to St. Louis, I love the Cardinals. Because the Cardinals' presence was so big in Memphis, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but AAA team down in Memphis.
But I'm gonna tell you why it's hard for me to watch baseball. Because if you go to a baseball game, and Daryl would know this, real baseball fans, I'm not saying he does this, but I'm saying most baseball fans drink beer. You know what I'm saying? And the game is slow because people are drinking as they watch the game. It's so if you go to a baseball game, some people are sitting in the stands, but there's a lot of people walking around the circle because they drinking. And then when something happened, they run out and go, oh, what happened? And I'm used to a fast sport.
Right.
I played basketball my whole life. Fast. That's why I can't get with baseball. But is it a real talent? Yes. These people get paid bukus of money. So, yes, it is legit, but not for me. No disrespect, Daryl. And you ain't the only one. We in a baseball city. St. Louis is one of the best franchises in baseball in the MLB. And they one of the best franchises just even near here, other than Chicago.
Yeah, no doubt. Yeah. Only team that got more pennants than the St. Louis is the Yankees. Yeah. So that says a lot about the franchise in itself.
And it's St. Louis fans all over the place, man. Like when the Cardinals get in the playoffs, you see all these people. Number one, that you didn't know that was from St. Louis, pull out them STL hats. They be like, oh yeah, I grew up in Kirkwood, and I grew up in this. You be like, bro, you didn't even know this dude was from St. Louis,
Right,
so,
right.
Yeah, it's crazy. So anyway, like I was saying about the NFL, so did you think the draft was cool the way it ran and all that?
The draft put me in the mindset of when you play career mode in Madden, you know what I'm saying? So so that's the reason I think it transitioned so well over, because the draft seemed like you was playing the game.
Yeah.
And it puts you there. Now, the NFL draft, after the first and second round, it gets boring. We talking about 7 rounds, 3-4 days. I wasn't watching no virtual nothing for 3-4 days, bro. I don't even know if it went that long with the virtual, but I did watch the first and second round, and I thought it was pretty good. And it gave me that Madden mentality as far as you know,
Right.
like I was playing the game. So that's how I could relate to it.
One thing I can say about the NFL, they do not care about a pandemic or nothing. They said we is not shutting nothing down. We is not stopping nothing. They was the only thing that was going in the middle of all this stuff. And that was kind of cool to me because it gave us something to watch as sports fans. But I do like the quarterback, Tua. Number one, he's a saved brother.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know if you knew that. So
No, I didn't.
Tua played for Alabama, right? And the Alabama quarterback that was there before Tua was the dude that run. I forget old boy name. I can't remember his name, but he went to Oklahoma. So he's basically was mainly a running quarterback, right? And Nick Saban, the coach of Alabama, was frustrated with this quarterback. He's like, "Look, bro, I'm gonna pull you out." Tua was the backup. He came in and won the game off rip, right? This is what Tua said in the interview. He said, "Man, I was so nervous, so I had to calm down. I just prayed in the spirit." I said, "Oh, my brother." So I've been rocking with Tua ever since. So he down there in Miami. You know what I'm saying? Let's see. Pro sports can practice in Florida. I wouldn't be surprised if minicamp started. So yeah, I agree.
Yeah, no doubt.
Arizona also said that sports can start back right now. They don't even want to wait. They said you start right now. So, I mean, I did want to talk about this too. As for the COVID thing, man, everybody had their opinion on how things should reopen and how we should do it. You know, because a lot of people get real upset that things are even reopening. But I was talking about this with my wife earlier. When they did the stay-at-home thing, the social distancing, it wasn't for a cure, right? Social distancing was to slow the spread. We've seen all the marketing, right? But it literally was to slow the spread. It was not to cure us because there's no cure yet. There won't be a vaccine or a cure for at least a year, right? So at some point, things gonna have to open. Now, as someone, I never really quarantined per se. My wife's been quarantined. I know you have been. I go out every day. My normal life really has not changed. Only thing I don't do like I used to do all the time, me and my wife will go out to eat all weekend. Other than that, I go to work, I come home. Go to the bank, come home. Go to the grocery store, come home. It's been the same. I've had this mindset for a long time. If you can go to the grocery store, and although a lot of people don't really social distance, I know they don't. They need to do better, but they don't. But if you go to the grocery store and they count how many people come in, right? And then they also make you wear a mask. They got the little glass ain't doing nothing, but I'm glad they got gloves on and masks, right? And a lot of people not really catching COVID from there. You can do a lot of stuff like that. See, that's my point. Like, can't you go to the mall like that? Put some gloves on, put a mask on. And this the reason I'm saying this is that it's easy to say, yo, everybody just stay home, be careful. If you can work from home, you still getting a check. Or everybody be home and be careful if you get some unemployment. What about when that dry up though? You see what I'm saying?
Indeed.
Everybody will be like, nah, man, I need you to open this up. But they really mean I ain't getting my check no more. You know, now I understand we want to be safe, but my point is that you gonna stay in the house for a whole year? We can't do that. We can't do that.
Right.
This thing is here. So I, as a believer, my mindset is, yo, number one, I'm gonna have to plead the blood and go and be smart. And be smart. Don't do no stupid stuff. Like for the first time this week, I went to a restaurant by myself. I went to Cracker Barrel, St. Charles. It's open. You know, St. Charles opened up quicker than St. Louis.
You and that Cracker Barrel, man.
Look, bro, them pancakes fire. Don't speed me down. Don't speed me down, brother. But anyway, so you know, I went in there and I said in my mind, I said, yo, if I walk in, they ain't got mask and gloves on, I'm gonna walk out. I just gotta get the pancakes another time. I just wanted to see because they had a big sign. Our dining room is open. Come on in. They had the table spread out, right? Every worker had a mask on. They had on gloves. Sat there and ate. I was all good. It's kind of a look of what we're gonna have to do because it's like just as important as being safe, the economy is important too. I ain't no Trump MAGA supporter or nothing like that. I'm just saying a fact like, yo, the economy is important too. Because you know, if people are getting PPP loans and all that, okay, that loan is for a month or two max. So then what?
Right.
Okay, so what if you're like what's the company? I think it was J. Jill and maybe it's a couple other companies went out of business. You know what I'm saying? Then what?
Yeah.
Then you gotta try to get a job in a post-pandemic world. That ain't gonna be easy. So I just wouldn't be so scared to go to work, because like you're gonna have to live. This stuff is real. Like we're gonna have to live with it. And at the same time, I don't want nobody to get it. I don't want nobody to get it. And I ain't saying don't be careful, because a lot of times it's like either stay in the house and you're being careful, or if you go out the house, you being reckless. No, life ain't that black and white. You know what I'm saying? I ain't talking about going out without no mask. I got 2 masks in the car. I got a pack of gloves in my office, a pack of gloves at the door. You know what I'm saying? Like, I ain't trying to be reckless, but at the same time, man, like, life gotta go. Life gotta go, man. Now, if you got some pre-existing what they call conditions,
yeah,
you need to be careful. But you still gotta go to the store. You know, you still gotta go to the store. You still gotta do, like, you got children. They still gotta get out the house at some point, or they gonna tear your house up. That Davis sign gonna be on the floor, and you're gonna be spraying on folks.
The Davis sign gonna be across one of their domes. That's what that'll be. Now, I'm joking for anybody who listening, man. Don't call the people.
Man, you can beat them. It's in the Bible. Beat them. They won't die. No.
It might say their life. It might say their life.
It might say their life. But man. I mean, that's just my thought on that, man. I know everybody got different thoughts, but I guess the true point is, I'm gonna wrap it up with this. Like, yo, no matter what you think, this stuff is without a miracle from God, which I do believe in miracles, and I pray for it every day, that God wipe this thing out and nobody know what happened, right? But without a miracle for God, the natural workings of vaccines and stuff, January, February. So we're gonna have to know how to deal with it. That's all.
Well, you made mention about what happened when it dried up. And moving back to sports, I'm gonna tell you somebody who stuff they ain't got to worry about it when it's all over. And that's what you think about Tom Brady. No, Tom Brady and you know, going to NFL. I know we be on basketball a lot, but what you think about Tom Brady and Gronk going down to Tampa?
But they gonna either be, I don't know what the game is right before the Super Bowl in football. Is division, I think. Division championship.
Yeah, I think so.
They're gonna either be in the division championship or the championship or the Super Bowl. But their biggest threat, they got 2 biggest threats. One, my brother Will gonna be very happy that I say this. He may not be on, he'll see it at some point. One, the Saints. He in the same division with the Saints, and Drew Brees is still a beast. Okay.
Yeah,
they got a very good team, they got a very good coach, they got a very balanced team. And then also, Patrick Mahomes is a problem. Patrick Mahomes is a serious problem. And he's ascending. Tom Brady is descending. Now, he is the GOAT for right now as quarterbacks. This brother got, what, 6 championships? And we're going to see how great, you know, Belichick is going to be without Brady. And I don't think he's going to be that great, you know, in my opinion. I mean, I think he's going to be decent because he has a great system like Popovich. But Popovich is cool. But when Kawhi Leonard and Tim Duncan ain't there.
Tim Duncan left. Yeah.
They not making the playoffs.
It was a wrap.
So I think the thing with Tom Brady and Gronk, that's going to be dope. That's going to be dope. And look at the number 1 selling jersey right now after Tua, which is crazy. Thank God for Tua, is Brady already in Tampa. So, Tampa's going to be that new it team this year.
Let me tell you something, man. So I did my homework on Tampa.
Okay.
So Tampa went 7-9 last year.
Mm-hmm.
They was ranked 3rd in offense. And this
they got a good coach, offensive coach. Yeah.
Oh, hold on. But this is with Winston at the helm. So it makes you kind of wonder why they got rid of Winston in the first place. But I think his antics.
I know. No, it ain't the antics. I'm gonna tell you what it is. That brother had more interceptions than touchdowns.
Okay. Yes. So that may be the case, but they was ranked 3rd in offense. He had 2 receivers, 2 receivers with 1,000+ yards, Pro Bowlers, and they running back rush for over 1,000. So when you look at that, but here's where they problem lied at. They was 29th in defense.
Right.
So if you go 7-9 and you 29th in defense, Gronk and Brady can only do you so much. Now, granted, they picked up 3 defensive players in the draft. They picked up 7 on free agency. So they grabbed 10 defensive players to try to help this defense. But I'm not sold on Tampa yet. We'll see, because Tom Brady, hey, he got that wisdom like we do, brother. That's all I'm
He got a couple more years of wisdom, but he a lot more in shape than both of us.
Yeah, he is a lot more in shape.
I think he's a vegan.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. I mean, that don't mean you in shape. I mean, I done seen some chubby vegans, but I'm just saying.
Yeah, I have too. I done seen chubby vegans and vegetarians,
Yeah,
and it's
that's
like,
true.
yo,
That's true.
yeah, we'll get. Hey, shout out to the vegan, my vegan
Yeah,
brothers and sisters. I'm
we
not
don't
knocking
want no
y'all,
hate.
man.
We ain't
No,
hating.
definitely no hate, man.
To each
It's
their
sad.
own. To each their own, though. I like meat.
But you know me, I'm a steak guy. You give me a steak, and I'm happy as that deal. So
Hey, I saw Lecrae tweet one day. Jesus ate meat. I'm gonna leave it like that.
yeah, I'm with
it didn't
that.
hurt the Son of God. So,
So moving past the football, man.
Oh,
Talk
no.
about the scandal,
no.
man. I repped my team last week.
Mhm.
And, you know, I had my little Duke shirt on, and you know, Duke all day, every day.
Yeah.
So now we about to see if Zion about to pull a 6'9" on us.
I ain't snitching.
Get to telling about if he got that money or not. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna let you start this one off because this kind of hurt the heart right here, man. It's kinda hurt.
Right. Well, there's news of that. It's being reported that Zion Williams, either him or his family, and I think particularly his stepfather, received some impermissible benefits, aka money, maybe a car, maybe something else, from a booster or somebody that was involved with Nike and Adidas, trying to steer him to go to Duke, which will make it kind of like a backhand way of saying Coach K was involved.
Yeah.
Now, so here's the point. This is what I believe. Did he take money? Yeah, I believe he took some money. Do I think it's wrong, though? That's the question I'm asking. Per law of the NCAA, yes, it's wrong. Per law, as somebody that got sense, and if he's a young man that has talent, I think he should be able to profit off his name. Every game, Duke has some of the best ratings in the country when he played for Duke because of Zion Williamson.
Bro, Jay-Z was in the crowd. Him and
yes. LeBron was in the crowd because of Zion Williamson, because he was a great.
Right.
I guarantee, I don't know what his number was at Duke, maybe you do, but I guarantee that was a top-selling jersey. And who got all those profits? Duke. So they're profiting off this young man's fame. Now, I saying, his likeness. So am I saying that he should be getting paid like LeBron or somebody in the NBA? No, I'm not saying that. But what I'm saying is that he should benefit off the fact of that a school is making millions upon millions of dollars because of him. Right. So so in my mind, is it right if he did per se take the money, or his stepfather took the money? Is it right? No, it's not right. It's not right at all. But do I blame him? No. And do I think the system is so trash? I almost be like, I overlook it because your system's so trash. I'm not per se a great Duke fan. You are a Duke fan. And I still think I still think it's whack that this should even be brought up, because this brother's in the NBA living his best life. You know what I'm saying? He living his best life. He shouldn't have to deal with this right now. And number one, it shouldn't even be a thing where he has to say yes or no. He should just be able to take the money because they making money off him. It's not so much of him trying to be greedy or whatever. But if we're gonna make it where it's all so much where it's like the point of where it's only what's the word I'm trying to say? Ethically right. Let's do an ethical student athlete. If we're gonna make it just that, okay, then all the games are free. If we're gonna be all ethical, right? Don't take any money from a TV contract if we're gonna be an ethical place. But if we ain't gonna be an ethical place, don't take the Nike shoe contract and Coach K get paid off there and Duke get some money off the Nike shoe contract, right? Don't take the contract if we're gonna do that. But if we ain't gonna do all that, don't just try to stop it when, I hate to say this, a young brother that's this skin tone profits is a problem. You don't think JJ Redick got some money? Stop.
Dude, or Grayson Allen?
You don't think Grayson Allen got some money? Stop. I ain't trying to say it's a racism thing. That ain't the point I'm making. The point I'm making is they all getting money. If you good, you getting something. I refuse to believe you ain't getting no money. You know what I'm saying? That's why, when just recently there's a dude named, I can't remember his last name, I mean his first name, but it was Green, that went to the D League little thing.
D-League,
right. But he was gonna go to my team, Memphis, right? So when the D League was offering, $100,000, they was like, nah, I ain't going to D League. They ain't enough money.
Because
when they offer 500,000, watch your mouth. But any college could easily drop 1K through back channels, through the holy handshake. You did a show to give you that blessed handshake or whatever.
It's called the alumni, man. Alumni.
The alumni, the boosters or whatever. They could have easily done that back then, right? But when it went up to 500,000, oh no, we out. Then it's a problem.
G League it is.
G League it is. I'm gonna be on the D League select team where I can, play with everybody, stay in the dorm up there in LA. So
right.
Yeah.
Well, this is what I'm gonna say, man. We've always been suspected of paying players. Yes, I say we, because whenever you're a true fan, it don't matter if you got a jersey on.
That's right.
Duke is we. Duke is me. I'm a Duke fan. That's what it is. You know what I mean? I bleed blue, whatever the case may be. But I mean, from Kyrie Irving, Jason Tatum, Brandon Ingram, we talking about Zion, Wendell Carter. A story came out on him a couple of years ago. Marvin Bagley.
Yeah.
It's always been suspected that they're paying, and of course they are. When they walk off the bus, they got the latest kicks.
Yep.
They, you know what I'm saying? They dripping. It's drip is on fire when they get off the bus.
My brother was about to say Fleek. Fleek gone.
I almost did. I had to catch myself. Like, what? I don't even think I've ever even used that word before. I had to catch myself. But the point that I'm making is all these big time programs, they stay on top. Talking about Memphis. Let's look at Kentucky. Yeah. I don't know if my man Van's still on here or not, but Kentucky, Calipari done left since UMass.
Right.
He was allegations in UMass, allegations in Memphis, allegations at Kentucky. The bottom line is, if your program is winning, the best quote was in the movie. Nobody pays hundreds of thousands of dollars to go watch somebody do a chemistry meet. You know what I mean? They here to see these big time athletes. So, they getting paid.
Yeah.
If they are, I mean, we're past that. We 2000s now. So if they getting paid, they getting paid. Let it be. And that's all I'm gonna speak on that.
Yeah, I mean, I think they should get something. If you're gonna make money off of them, they should get something. They grown. It's not like they 16 and unable to really, really work or whatever. They grown men.
Right.
So they should be able to get took care of. Or at least give them a retirement fund or something, a stock or trust or something. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
If you feel like they just if you feel like they just gonna blow the money. I mean, somebody interviewed what's the dude, the point guard, the tall point guard from what's up, bro?
I'm laughing at BJ Jefferson over here, man. Don't worry about me. Drip is on fire is a new song.
So the dude Simmons, what's his name? The tall point guard for Philly. What's his name?
Oh yeah, Ben Simmons.
Ben Simmons, right? So they having a conversation like, man, what did you do with your first million? You know what I mean? It's like, I bought him my house. This dude talking about his first million when he was in college.
Right. What's up, Salt?
He's like, yeah, I got mine a couple of years ago. Like, man. So these dudes been getting paid. So ain't nothing wrong with that, man. Like, I don't want these dudes pulling up in college with a Lambo or nothing like that, bro. But you can't be treating these dudes like horses, right? Like they're a prime horse and you just doing everything off their back, man. Like, I don't respect that though. You know what I mean? So we're gonna move on to
yes, sir.
This second song, topic, brother. I don't want to go over our time. We get too much fun. So got this song by my man Jermaine Martell called Mercy. I really like this joint. Me and Jermaine actually got a song and it can't be put out yet because it's on a mixtape that ain't been released. And one day, hopefully we'll get it. We'll put the mixtape out. But me and Jermaine had a pretty dope song. So let's check this out by Jermaine Martell.
You ready? Yeah. I put my heart in this thing, gotta keep praying for grace, but I gotta change. Practicing every day, struggling minimum wage, and I got my ways, but still I go hard in the paint. You see me repping the team, you know the squad, you know I'm repping the king. You see what he did to Ye, he know the God. Look up and finish the race, no matter time or the place, we know the gods. They put the heat in my face, even if I die today, no weapon shall prosper. All these demons to play, these different people for pay, they need an Oscar. Need to get out the way, tell them it's help on the way, cause they need a doctor. Nobody know time of day, but you can just tell it like round away. So tell all the people like right away, it's gonna get darker, no brighter day. Watch how the people just fall away, look how the people just follow Satan. Digging their grave while they waiting, but we gon' be saved while they hanging. This for the gangsters, hustlers, wanksters, crack dealers, prostitutes, robbers, killers, cap killers, liars, cheaters, doctors, rappers, mothers, fathers, children. We all need grace, grace, mercy, mercy, grace, grace, mercy, mercy, grace, grace, mercy, mercy, grace, grace, mercy. Yeah, so y'all don't need to see the guns if they all start running. That ain't because I'm black, that's because I ain't no dummy. Some people call that wisdom, you ain't see that coming. Common sense ain't warn you, common sense ain't coming. I'm warning everybody, any mama like I'm Noah. I'ma tell them about they self, yeah, like I know them. Can't condemn them all to hell, so I try to show them. The fisherman, real a man, and then I throw them back to swim in the ocean. Just a notch on the podium, just a pinch of that sodium, just an itch in the scrotum. Please excuse my vernacular, but the devil's attacking us. We got angels in back of us, I'm just making it happen for the gangsters, hustlers, wanksters, crack dealers, prostitutes, robbers, killers.
Yeah.
Hey, my man was coming with that fire. That's my first time hearing that joint.
Yeah, the brother is he's pretty dope. Pretty dope. It's a little different pace, man. You know what I'm saying? I always want us to do like different songs. I got a very wide palette of music I like, and want to expose it to the world.
Too.
Like I had
Same
never heard the Drip on a Devil song, man. That bass came in, I had the ugly face just instantly, like, oh Jesus, wow. it was like in an instant, brother.
Yeah, it was a different vibe coming from Erica. But talk about this music, man. Before we get into this segment real quick, I want to tell all artists, like, if the same way that you saw Jermaine, you heard Erica, submit your music. We want to support, we want to give you a platform so that you can be heard. Your name will come across the scroll. You can submit your music at notthesamepodcast@gmail.com. Website coming soon where you can submit. But again, notthesamepodcast@gmail.com. Just send your entry. If you do, we have a little waiver or a release form so that we can put your stuff on the Spotify's, on the iTunes, on the YouTubes, and we're not looking to take your shine. We just want to make sure that we're covered when we put it on the multiple platforms that we're going to put it on for other folks to hear during the show and after, and further on down the line. So let's get it.
So this last topic we're gonna get into before we wrap up, CHH Music. You hear anything new this week, bro?
Did I hear? Yeah. I listened to that Bizzle and KB that just came out.
I haven't heard that. How is it?
Yeah. Hey, I've always been a Bizzle fan. You know what I'm saying? Like Bizzle always come with like just his flow. His I've been a Bizzle fan before Bizzle even was a Christian rapper. Like my cousin hooked me to him when he was just on World Star dissing Jay-Z and the Illuminati and everything. So my man always had a good skill set. But yeah, Bizzle flow. KB always bring that fire, in my opinion. And I think maybe one or two verses I've ever heard KB where I was like, and that's probably because somebody paid him and he really didn't have time to write it. So the beat might didn't speak to his spirit.
Right. Yeah, I heard something new from my man D Black. That was a nice song, and that's really about all I heard this week. Nothing new this week. But so we got a question we want to ask all our people out here. We hopefully you catch it on right now or you catch it on the replay. Is it cool for a rapper, if you're a rapper, because most of our friends are rappers or want to be rappers or think they're rappers or are rappers. Is it cool to rap over a tag beat? That's the question of the day. Is it cool to rap over a tag beat? What do you think? Robert Dean, what do you think?
I'm gonna put it to you like this. Tag beats are cool when you're starting off.
Yep.
But you can't expect anybody to take you serious whenever you're in the middle of spitting and you like, yo, listen to this line. And the next thing you know is 2020millennium.com. Like nobody wants that. And then he's like, man, you didn't hear that bar I just dropped? No,
I heard the tag.
I heard the tag. So
right.
Lessons in life. When I first started, my first project is on all social media. I mean, all streaming platforms.
Mm-hmm.
But only 6 of the 13 songs are on streaming platforms. Why? Because the other 7 had tags in them.
Right.
And here it is, 2020, and I can't go back and buy it because I just didn't have the money at the time, and I also just didn't know any better.
Yeah. So it's understandable. Like I say, if you start now, number one, getting a tag beat is okay if your bread ain't right. I mean, if your bread ain't right for exclusive, don't buy the exclusive, you know. But I would say try to get the least joint, at least where the tag's not going through there. Now, I'm gonna keep it 1,000 though. You know, we got a local radio station here. My man Integ is on there. I'm happy that brother's on there. Shout out to Integ.
Shout out to
good brother.
Integ. Shout out.
Cool brother. So I've heard a tag beat on there before, you know. And they play normally the legit or the most legit or the most legit. But I heard a tag beat on it. Not many times, though. So I'm not a fan of it, but I understand because I'm gonna tell you some of my stories. See, when I started out, I used to have the tag beats, but I had 2 guys that was like my close friends I went to church with that were producers, and they got me into rapping. So at first I was being fed all beats, and that was great. And I had all these beats. Well, as they got real good, Christian rappers wasn't paying enough. And they started selling to other people. So they got some beats to Yo Gotti and Jeezy and all that. And see, Michael wasn't getting that 5-5 no more. See, Michael was getting that one for 4 years ago. And I'm gonna tell you, like, at first I had access to all they man, I hope they ain't watching right now, but I had access to all like they zip drives. So I know, so I would go get a beat out of there. But the way I got the joint, I would go back 3 years and grab a beat. And it's like, so it's not even 5 of them. So I had a single back in the day called Yes, I'm a Christian, right? And the joint was getting a nice little traction. Ended up on this thing that used to be back in the day. People may not remember this. It was the Holy Hip Hop Awards. And they had their own nationally distributed CD. So one of my songs got selected. It was called Yes, I'm a Christian, right? And when the dude, one of my homies that was my homeboy Julius, that made the beat, he was like, man, who made that beat? I'm like, Negro, you made it. He's like, what? He said, man, play that beat again. But it didn't sound, you know, I had did something else to it, took some things out, and that's how I was getting beats. Well, moving to St. Louis cut all that out. I couldn't get to them hard drives no more, so I started having to buy beats. So at first, you know, my money was funny for a few years. You know, both our money was funny. So what I started doing was I started finding producers on SoundCloud. No, it wasn't SoundCloud. SoundClick.
SoundClick.
Yeah.
SoundClick.
So first I was getting the ones with the tags, and then people started saying they weren't gonna play it because they had a tag. I said, okay, how can I get this tag? But I can't pay $100 for a beat right now because back then $100 was too much. Right now, $100 a deal. Trying to get it exclusive. You wish you can get one for just $100. You know what I mean?
Right.
But back then, $100 was like, man, that's too much. That's out of my price range. So I started getting the lease joints for $20 or whatever. And that was cool until you had a song and Rapzilla gonna play it. And then they put the song on and you find out who had my same beat. It wasn't Dayton. It was somebody in his group in Bizzle's camp had my same beat and shot a video. And the same person I was gonna get sang on it, they had sang on the beat before I got to him. A beat I leased. So that day, I decided, Lord, you gonna have to show up because I ain't leasing no more beats. This is very embarrassing. But that's what would happen is like if you lease beats, somebody else can get it because they don't take it down from the site. So you just got it. But you gotta do what you gotta do when your money is right. So one thing I learned is to learn how to save money. And I'm thinking about this, man. You ain't talking about this. One of these times we're gonna bring my wife on here and let her talk about financial literacy because she's very good at that. And I think that's something to be very good to other artists is like learning how to deal with your money in the right way. Because once I started saving, it's like, okay, I'm gonna save up to get a legit beat. Because sometimes if your beat fire, your verse come out a little bit better sometimes.
Yeah,
It just
no
do
doubt, no
because the
doubt.
beat so fire. I remember the first time I got a Black Knight beat, boy. Woo! I ain't gonna say the price of it because my wife is listening, but woo! Number one, number two, that number one, I definitely got a video out there, John, because I paid too much. It's gonna be a video. But I say all that to say this, like, man, I had to graduate to that point. I wasn't able to buy that at first. So you do what you got to do, but you got to always be increasing. And I learned this one thing while in St. Louis, and I'm gonna try to wrap up. I learned this thing while in St. Louis is that when I started having shows and somebody give me an honorarium, I told you about this. I stopped taking my money I got an honorarium with, and I would go and save it. Because I used to take the money and all my homies go out to eat. Let's go out to eat, bro. I got you. I got this honorarium. You know what I mean? Or I'm gonna be let's do this. Let me go buy this. Or, let me go buy some shoes or something. Let me buy some clothes with this honorarium money. But instead of doing that, say, okay, I'm gonna stack it. And as I stacked up, I was able to get more of the stuff I wanted until I got to a better job and made more money. So that's a way you can do it too. But main thing is the rapping over Tad beats a good thing? Not for long. That's my answer. If you gotta do it, do it. But not for long. And if you're gonna do it, make it just a mixtape. Don't try to put out nothing officially with a tag beat because the people that's reviewing your music is not gonna really rock with you on that.
I agree.
Yeah.
Me and Save put out a whole mixtape a few years back, man. Redeemed by the Blood, Saved by Grace. Matter of fact, you was featured on it.
Yep.
You, Shoes, Will, and a couple of other people that actually was featured on it. But I say that to say most of the beats on there was either free downloads from YouTube, or they had tags in them. Mm-hmm. So the only way you can hear this, and honestly, the mixtape was fire, but I can't put it nowhere. So it's on my website, and I believe we got it on a few songs on SoundCloud.
Yeah,
because even one of them had copyright. The money song that you own. Yeah, SoundCloud wouldn't even let me put it on because of that little breakdown. So just know what you're doing and don't get offended, y'all. We've all been there. You know what I'm saying? Emotional. Like, please don't. Or or it's emotional for the female artists out here. Yeah. Doing the most. Man, we went down to Austin, we filmed the video.
Yep.
Rapzilla jumped on it, like all the sites jumped on it. Next thing you know, I'm looking at the comment section and it's like, oh, this dude a fraud. He took 7 beat.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I'm like, bro, what are you talking about? And so he sent me the link. I had no idea. I didn't listen to Hog Mog and 7 and them. I listened to Bizzle. I didn't listen to Hog Mog too much.
Dr. Was there, brother. How is you doing? Brother's Minister.
Well, who that?
That's
Minister. What's going on?
Good to see you, brother.
What's going on, brother?
Congratulations to you with the church and being a pastor.
Congratulations.
Spirit of the Lord all on you, man, as before, and I'm glad that you're doing it, man.
Yeah, amen to that. Salute to you, man. Salute to him on that. But yeah, man, dudes,
we had to get you on one day, bro. My bad.
Quick,
go ahead.
Quick.
Yeah, we had to get him on one day.
Quick.
Yeah.
And you can get some of your knowledge, brother. But yeah, they're doing the most. Here it is. I'm thinking it's gonna make the moves it's gonna make. And 7 and them had did a song off of it 3 years ago. But again, that's when you lease beats.
Yeah.
So if you know how to make beats, perfect your craft. Right. If you know somebody who make beats, honor them and stop trying to get the hookup from your brother and thinking he acting funny. Get that man or that woman her money for that beat because it's yours. You know, Solo made He's Coming Back. He's Coming Back was a lease beat. He remade the beat for me. And guess what? Exclusive rights to that.
I'm gonna say this as we wrap up. It reminds me, I'm seeing Minister on here. He told me something years ago. He was trying to tell me, probably at least 5 or 6 years ago, to make my own beats. Told me 5 or 6 years ago, and I tried, and I got frustrated. I do know how to do it now, praise God. But one reason is ain't no copyright issue. You make your own beat, and beyond that, if the Spirit of the Lord give you the beat, then you can be with the Spirit from the beat all the way to the creation of the song, all the way till it being released. And brother told me that a long time ago. I tried it; it didn't work out, but I'm there now. I received it then, but brother had to learn. One more thing, man. We're gonna talk about this on another show, but is it right to get crack stuff? Now this is gonna hurt some feelings. I know a lot of folks that got them crack files, got the crack Pro Tools, got the crack plugins, the crack Wave bundle, Gold bundle, got to look, man. I know you got to do what you got to do, but brother, is it right? I'm gonna give you a preview. No, it's not right. But anyway, I'm gonna talk about this before we wrap up. Next week we're gonna have our very first guest.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Very first guest is a friend of mine. I know him for a long time, and Mr. K Drama, Regis K Drama Jones. We're gonna have him on.
Yes.
It's gonna be apropos due to the minister. Amen. Facts. Anyway, but yeah, so I'm gonna have message. Yeah. So it's apropos to the Jordan series because one of K Drama's most famous songs will Air Jordan on. So it's gonna be perfect time because the series is gonna wrap up over the weekend. So we have this brother in. Look out for that. Once again, like we said before, our podcast is on Spotify right now, coming soon to iTunes. You can get last week's right now. You'll be able to get this one probably in the next couple of days. Also, we're on YouTube. Please follow us on YouTube. We're trying to build up an audience over there. And please like the page. Like the page. You know what I'm saying? We want to talk about sports, the faith, talk about things to do. You know, we're trying to build this thing the right way. You know, we ain't gonna go get no bots to build our numbers up. We're gonna do this thing organic, the right way. You got anything to say, Brother Rob?
Salt just asked what day. Every Thursday at 6 o'clock, bro.
Yes, sir. And shout out to Salt. What's up to you, brother? I ain't seen you in a long time, bro. I hope you're doing good, bro.
Always been a good brother, man, since we met him. Another thing is, guess what? K Drama make beats.
He makes his own beats. Once again, message, and he mix and master his own stuff. Message, you know, now ain't nothing wrong with going somewhere else to get your stuff recorded, but I'm just saying, for example, you know, making your own beats, it gets you out of a lot of trouble because I've had a couple of issues that, you know, by me getting the least beat and somebody else having it, that really sucked. So with all that being said, my name is C. Micah.
I'm Robert Dean.
And this has been Not the Same Podcast. Until next week, we out.
I'll let you.
Oh, hold on.
What happened?
See, we ain't gonna even try to act cool. We forgot to do the outro video.
Because I thought somebody had something to say.
Yeah. So once again, we out, man. Appreciate everybody watching. We out of here.
About our Father's business.
Crime mode.
Filled with this Holy Spirit.
That's a cheat code.
Holiness the standard.
We never fold.
We about to make a scene.
Episode.